kitchen and we're doing take two. And if you wonder what take two is, well, I told you I was going to be making another one. And it is the banana pudding tres leches cake. So this is take two. This is the from scratch homemade version versus the box pudding and box cake mix version I did the first time. First of all, I've got my oven preheat 350 degrees. And when I start this, I'm going to have Piggy put this part of it on time lapse because I have already explained everything. I'm just going to go over the ingredients, and then when I start putting it together to put it in the pan, put it in the oven, I will do all that on time lapse. I've got the video of the tres leches cake that I've made, and I will put that in an iCard probably there. And
it's just be the difference between box mix and homemade.
Yeah, well, this is, it's just putting the cake together. Like I said, I've already done it in the tres leches cake, and I explained the process I was going through on it. So, yeah.
Kind of what I meant.
Yeah, so if y'all, and I'm talking about the regular tres leches cake, not the box cake, the banana pudding one I did last time. I'm talking about the original tres leches cake that I did. And I will, again, tag that. So if you want to see how I put this cake together, you can watch that video. This will be on time lapse because I've got several steps to do on making the homemade banana pudding, or homemade pudding with the banana in it, and also making the syrup and all that. So this is just the ingredients for the cake. You need 5 eggs separated. There's my yolks. There's my whites. There is 3/4 cup of sugar here. 1/4 of a cup of sugar here. 3/4 cup of sugar, and the egg yolks we mix together. The egg whites. The egg whites, the 1/4 cup of sugar, the vanilla flavoring, 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor, 1 teaspoon of almond extract. That all goes together. That will be mixed together. Now, the dry ingredients are 1.5 cups of Swan's Down cake flour or all-purpose flour, or you can make your own cake flour by mixing 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour to 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And that's what I did. I made my own and then measured out 1.5 cups of that. I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, not soda, but baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And here I have 1 cup of milk. You can use whole milk. You can use whatever milk you want to use. I have found that I am lactose intolerant, which hurts a lot. So I am using lactose-free milk, and it is whole milk, but it is lactose-free. And I tell you what, if you have stomach problems and you love milk and you can't drink it, try that because that has really worked for me. It's a little on the expensive side, but if you like milk, it's worth it. And especially if you're baking cakes.
The time it saves you off the pot is worth it.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to let Piggy get ready, and I'm going to sift all my dry ingredients together. Then I'm going to beat my eggs and sugar together, and then I'm going to whip my egg whites. And you'll see the process as I go through. measure and the heavy whipping cream from the refrigerator, and a whisk. Have we started back up?
Yeah.
All right. I just didn't know. Right now,
Where's the
top shelf, little red black carton next to the kitchen.
Oh, right in front of you.
Yeah. Now I'm making up the syrup, the 3 milk syrup that goes over the cake when it gets done. It's going to be 1 can of evaporated milk. And that can is the 12-ounce can, so it's a cup and a half. 1 can of
You'll need your scrapie.
sweetened condensed milk.
You need any more of this, or just put it out?
Just rinse it out and throw it out. Okay. This sweetened condensed milk is really thick. You get some that's a little on the runny side. You get some that's about like eating caramel. Making sure I get all that. And this is a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And if you're wondering what the difference is, for those who don't know, evaporated milk is milk that has been basically cooked down, dehydrated to lower the water content, so it makes it a thicker, richer milk. Sweetened condensed milk is a milk that has had sugar added to it and cooked down to a thicker consistency. Okay, and I'll give you that because I don't need that. I also need a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, let Piggy put that in the refrigerator. And I'll scrape all that out as much as I can. Okay, and then we're going to mix this together. Get that sweetened condensed milk incorporated in with the other milk. And once I get that done, I'll be back in a minute and we'll get started on that banana pudding. So we'll see you in a minute.
All right.
All right, y'all, I'm back. And I'm getting ready to make the pudding part of this up. Get my banana. And what I have here.
2 cups, right?
Yeah, I gotta have 2 cups.
There's 1.
Piggy's measuring out my milk. I need 2 cups of whole milk. You can use your whole milk or you can use your evaporated milk that has been diluted with 1 can of water. You can use 2% milk, whatever milk you want to use, as long as it's 2 cups.
Want to break open the net?
That's fine. As long as it's between 1 3/4 and 2 cups. So that'll be fine.
All right, it's done. Okay. I can toss this now.
Yep. All right. We also have here 4 whole eggs. Now this is pretty different from a pudding recipe. From a regular banana pudding, I would be making a meringue. With this one, I'm not. So instead of using 5 eggs and separating them, I'm using 4 eggs whole. I have 4 tablespoons of self-rising flour. You can use all-purpose flour. It's just what I had in front there. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
I didn't get to see you.
Well, this is the mixture of the syrup from a while ago. Piggy finished mixing it for me. I had to make a run real quick, y'all. Sorry about that.
She had to take a break.
Yeah. So I've got here some water cooking. Coming to a boil, I should say. It ain't cooking, it's coming to a boil. And I'm going to make me a double boiler. And if you want to know how to make a banana pudding or any kind of vanilla custard style pudding that you can use as a banana pudding, you can make it as a base for just a regular vanilla pudding, whatever. I will add that iCard hopefully here for my banana pudding recipe. And this will take approximately 12 to 15 minutes once the water comes to a little boil there.
You can really see all of this right here because it was down on this stuff.
Okay, well,
here.
my iCard should be up there. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'll be up there somewhere.
It'll be up there somewhere, and I'm making sure. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure, you can use a regular double boiler. You can use a glass bowl over a stir of hot water. You can use a metal bowl over a stir of hot water. I have used this for about 20 years as my double boiler over any kind of stir I use. So mine's got a little ring on it. I put it over the heat right there. And what I do, well, before I do that, y'all, let me get my eggs in here and get them mixed up. Because I don't want to cook my eggs and turn them into scrambled eggs. I just want to get them beat up. I'm going to come here and give them back to you, Piggy.
All right. That works too.
Makes it easier on me and you.
And we don't want you to see our ugly scrap bowl.
I have a snow-capped lard bucket that I use as a scrap bucket. I put everything in it, take it, and dump it out up in the woods. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my eggs up just a little bit. And I'll tell you what it says that I'm going to do here. Get the other packet, other page.
Turn the page.
Combine the eggs, salt, and sugar, or salt and sugar. Mixing together well, whisk in the flour, and cook for 3 to 5 minutes, mixing together, and then continue stirring mixture until thickened, about 7 to 12 minutes. So I'm just going to mix that all together. And I'll mix it together good before I even put it on the water to cook. Now I'm going to get that going at a higher temp. Get that to come to a boil. And then I'm going to have Piggy put this on time lapse. You sit here. If you want, watch me cook this. Or you can just listen to music, whichever you want to do. All right, Piggy.
Ready for time lapse?
Yep. Giving that back to Piggy. I don't need that over here anymore. Cake will be coming out here in about 3 minutes. And in that 3-minute time period, I can go ahead and get this done. Add vanilla flavoring or vanilla extract to the pudding. Because you want to make sure you've got that off the heat. Turn that in. And now, I had Piggy mash up my banana for me. I'm going to take that banana and I'm going to put it in with my pudding. Make the banana pudding part of it. I'm going to need that here in a minute. Well, no, I don't know.
What?
That scraper. I was going to need that here in a minute.
Don't need it.
Yeah, I do need it. I'll need it here in just a minute.
Okay.
So I've got that mixed in. And depending on how high the heat is and how hot the water gets boiling, depends on how quick the pudding's going to get done. You don't want it to curdle. You don't want it to, the eggs to scramble in it. So you really want to do it on a medium-low heat if possible. You continuously stir. So I'm going to let these get piggy that right there. I'm going to let that cool. I don't want it to be cold. I want it to be cooler. I mean, I still want it to be warm because it's going to be poured over a hot cake. That's why I did not refrigerate my free milk. Normally, you would refrigerate your free milk syrup and then let the cake cool completely and pour it over it. You want to do this over a warm cake. So that is what I'm doing. And I'm going to take this out about a minute and a half. Double check to make sure. Oh, yeah.
What?
It don't seem to matter how much I even out my cakes. I got lumpy cakes. You know what? That's fine. Piggy can hand me a fork over here, I think. Let me just check, make sure I ain't got something really good. No, I need a fork.
Need fork. As long as it ain't my fork.
Well, as long as it's your fork, I don't care. And what I'll probably do is let the cake sit and cool for about 10 minutes and then start pouring everything over it. And take this out.
Here it comes, folks.
Alright. Now, as y'all can see, it's got a little bit of a bubble right there, but you know what? That's what the pudding's for, to cover that thing.
It'll eat the same.
It's done.
I know that.
I'm going to go ahead and make sure it didn't stick to the side. Thank you, Piggy. And that's just so that once it cools, it'll be away from the sides a little bit, and all that good syrup can go down in around the sides of it.
Yeah, she gets it all in there. Y'all see it come up from the bottom almost halfway up. And then it'll just soak in.
Okay. We'll let this sit and cool for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back to finish the rest. All right. I'm poking my holes in my cake for the milk syrups to go in.
Fortunately, she ain't poking holes in me.
No, don't need no holes in the piggy.
I got enough.
And I'm just going to make sure I have plenty of holes in here for the, like I said, the milk to go through, for the pudding to go down into, seep into.
So what you do, the milk first in the pudding?
Yeah, do the milk first.
Then the pudding. Then you put it in the fridge to cool.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll put it in the refrigerator overnight. And what I'm going to do is, you'll see I'm pouring this mostly around the edges at first, because you want it to seep into those edges.
Seepy, seepy.
Let it drop from the edges in.
Didn't get on this edge too good right here.
Right here.
Still didn't get it down in the edge.
I'll get it here in a minute.
Okay.
Pour some over the cake itself.
Then I'll get to wash these dishes.
Yep. And y'all can see how uneven the cake was. Even though I tried, it just...
It's got hills and valleys making lakes in there.
It does. But once it absorbs all this milk and everything into it, all right. Now we got that. Let it go. Absorb all that around the edges. And into the cake itself. I'm just going to spread it, turn that over. Okay. And now, this is still warm. It's cooled down, but it is warm. And I'm going to pour my banana pudding mixture over it. And you see the banana chunks in it. Alright, spread that over that.
Folks, when she gets done with that little pan, I'll get to wash it in that spatula. And all these dishes that y'all have seen in this video
Be done and clean.
will be done and put up.
Now it will have a whipped topping, and I'm gonna let this sit overnight to chill. Make sure it incorporates very well. And I'll make the whipped topping and put on it tomorrow. And then we'll get that done and we'll do a good taste test on this. And I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that goes down that side just a little bit there. Alright. I'm just gonna give Piggy this spatula. Hold on. So I'm gonna taste it first. Oh yeah. Even though we're not in head, yeah. So this is going in the refrigerator till tomorrow. I guess we'll see you tomorrow in just a second. Alright. Getting ready to fix the whipped toppings to go on there. I've got my heavy whipping cream here. I'm not measuring, I'm just going to pour some in here. Didn't have that much left in there anyway. Give that to Piggy. And this will take a few minutes to do. But what I have here is a teaspoon of vanilla flavor, vanilla extract, whatever, and about a tablespoon and a half of sugar. So I'm going to let Piggy put this on Zoom.
Zoom.
And we'll do this, and then when we get done making it, we'll come back and finish it out.
Okie dokie.
Alright, give you these. So. Alright. And you want it thick, but you don't want it turned to butter. So that's pretty.
Oh, why not? Butter's good.
Yeah, but I don't think it would be so good as a topping on a cake.
That depends on how thick you make it, how much of it you got to go spread across it.
This out of here. I'm gonna get all of the goodie out of it, y'all.
Get the goodie.
And I'm just gonna be honest with you, Piggy and I are not gonna be able to eat all this cake.
So,
We're taking some to
friend
a friend of ours. And if you've been in our lives,
you know who it is.
well, it's not that you might not know who it is, but you've probably seen her in our lives every now and then when she gets the opportunity. And that's Miss Mandy.
Yeah. But like everybody else, she's busy with a job and
New grandbaby.
new grandbaby.
So we're going to take her
a very good portion
Well, a
of it.
couple of pans of it, and she can share it with her daughter and son-in-law, or she can share it with some people she works with. It's entirely up to her.
Well, I'm pretty much bet she's already told her daughter about it, and she's gonna be expecting something.
But either way,
Remember, the last thing we took, she said her daughter took the whole thing of it.
well, it said her daughter started, opened it up and started eating.
Oh, okay, well, still. Same there.
Alright, y'all, we're almost there with getting this thing smoothed out. Alright, I'll give Piggy the spatula.
Bachelor! Oh, man.
Good stuff. Must be he cleaned the. We need forks, Piggy, or spoons or something to eat with.
Alright, give me just a second.
Second.
See, folks, I told y'all. I start stuff, she learns the game, and she beats me at it.
See, he said a second. It was a second, so I just let me know.
Like when we first got together, I can't say I taught her how to be a smarty pants. I'll just say that I opened the door.
I excel.
She does.
Alright, y'all, we're going to cut a piece. And I'm just going to cut it like this right here because make it easier for me to get it out. And yeah, we're not doing great big pieces right now. I can't do a big piece.
I would suggest you just do a small piece and eat a little bit of it, and I'll eat the rest of it. That way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Ooh, man, that looks good.
Hey, you finally got one to come out home.
Yeah.
That's a new one for us.
Yeah, it didn't fall apart, y'all. Well, oh, whipped cream good, y'all. I had it on my thumb. I had to get my thumb clean.
Hey, it works. Wait, not want that.
I'll give you that, Piggy. All right. Yeah, pick a tour, and then we'll do a taste test. I'm just waiting on the Piggy, y'all.
Piggy's washing up the last dish. Then I'll get those plates when we're done. You're going to need that again anyway.
Yeah, here in a little bit, I will.
Piggy toe, piggy toe.
Pick a toe.
All right.
All right, I'm going to take this piece right here. I'm going to give you that piece right there. I'm going to turn that right there out of the way. And y'all, I probably won't eat this whole thing because of the milk and stuff that's in it. I don't need a messed up stomach. But I am definitely going to try this. They're good.
Yeah, that's a lot better than homemade, but yeah.
It's definitely better than the one with the packaged pudding and the packaged cake. Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
can tell the difference.
You can definitely tell the difference between homemade and box. Now, there's nothing wrong with using box if that's what you have and that's what you can do.
And that's what you got time for.
Right. But if you can do the from scratch, I would say definitely from scratch. And that's just my opinion. That's Piggy's opinion.
I just say this. Tried doing it homemade one time.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make up your mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about it is, too, it's very simple to do a homemade cake. Even if you don't do this particular cake, you can do a homemade cake. I've got a recipe out for it's called a plain cake. You can use that cake recipe, and it's very simple to make. And just poke holes in it and put your milk syrup. You can have the rest of it, Piggy. I think I'm going to eat of it because, like I said, I don't want to mess up my stomach.
I'll take care of it.
But
I probably shouldn't. I already got a little heartburn right here.
but
Man, that's good.
it is good. I thank y'all for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Word about more.